It's food o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I just want to get this bit out of the way very early on in this review. I was in Iceland and I seen this. I was in a bit of a rush and I picked it up. It's their house special curry, luxury. Goes in the oven for 45 minutes on gas Mag 5, or it's a full power in the microwave for 9 minutes. 400 grams, it cost me £4. It's brand new. It was part of a 3 for 10 deal in Iceland, so £3.33 really, if you bought it as part of a deal. But I didn't really look at the picture. I could see that it had a 2-star chili rating, and then when I brought it home to review it, I read chicken strips, char siu pork, which is great. But then, king prawns in a spicy curry sauce. I don't like prawns. So, very early on in the review, if this review is not for you, because I'm going to be picking prawns out of the dish and leaving them on the side, I'm not going to be eating the prawns. It's up to you. You can dial out now if you want. You can turn the video off on if you want now. But I just wanted to give you that opportunity. I'll be putting this in the oven. I'll be eating the pork. I'll be eating the chicken. I'll be eating the curry and everything else, the peppers. But the prawns will be going to one side. So I'm going to go and put this in the oven now. Give it a prick. Stick it in the oven. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's only two. There's only two prawns in there, so yeah, we'll ditch them. I'll be back when it's cooked. Okay, so what I've decided to do with this house curry from Iceland is to already remove the prawns. Right now, if you listen carefully, you might hear the dog eating the prawns out of his dish. So the rest is pork and chicken. Here is the dish in question. Lots of pepper. A fair amount of chicken. It looks okay actually, but I've said it before, and I'm pretty sure Iceland, they'll want to hear this, or maybe actually they don't want to hear this. But for 400 grams, you can fit that in a tin. You can fit that in a regular old baked bean tin, 400 grams. And they know that. This is a regular bowl. It's not supersized. Look at the size of my hands. It's not a supersized bowl. Look how much actual food you get, minus the prawns, of course, for that £4 you paid. Yes, there's great big lumps of char grilled chicken in here, which we're going to get into. That's very nice. It's actually pre-grilled chicken. That's been shoved in a ready meal. Nice bits of pepper. Well, there's the pepper. Chuck it all over my chin. There's some pork. Now, the flavour. Ooh, that pork It's not bad. The pork is not bad, but it's got a slight piggy taste to it. You know, that kind of like, ooh, bacon slightly on the turn. And you think, I'll be okay. I'll fry it anyway. It just had that from that pork. The curry itself, well, it's quite a sweet-based curry, but then it's very savoury. It's very nice. Let's get into more of that curry. I quite like that. There's a little bit of coconut. There's herbs. There's spices. There's enough going on there in that kind of curry sauce to make you think, oh, you know, this is all right. This is all right. Now again, there's some of that char grilled chicken. The sauce is good. But I remember the reason why I picked this up in the first place is my dad used to order this in the late 1980s, early 1990s. When a Chinese takeaway uses the word house, they don't mean like house lager. Like, you'll get some people going into pubs and saying, can I have your house lager? That's the polite term for saying, what's your cheapest lager? Lots of pubs understand that saying. Can I have your house lager or your house bitter? It means, can I have your cheapest? In polite terms. But when you go into a Chinese takeaway and you ask for a house curry, it means the other end of the scale. It means that you're asking for the Chinese takeaways best curry. Now, when my dad used to order this in the 1980s, I always remember in amazement you don't see them so much anymore, but you know the foil trays with the cardboard lids? Nowadays it's all these plastic tubs in there. But back in the day, not so long ago actually, and I bet if you went to a really good Chinese takeaway, it would still be that foil tray with the cardboard top, and they just used to crimp around the edges for your curry. So my dad used to take home his curry. I remember in amazement, he used to open it and it was a fried egg. Perfectly formed fried egg, runny yolk on the top of his house curry. And he used to cut the egg open, the yolk used to go all over his food, and there'd be pork in there, there'd be chicken, prawns, beef, in with peppers and curry, and so it was a fantastic dish back in the day. So I think Iceland have gone for that kind of same generic term that they love to use, luxury and house curry. And there's people of a certain age. There's people of a certain age who will look at the word luxury. They'll look at the word house curry. They might have a little look at the ingredients or the description, and they'll buy that and they'll go, "Whoa, that's going to be great. That's worth your £4 or your £4.50 all day long." It's good. I'm not going to mess about. I quite like this curry. I quite like it. I never tried my dad's house curry because it was for him. He hugged that curry. Nobody else was allowed to touch it. So, What am I trying to say here? I'm trying to say, is this like the toppest quality curry that I've ever eaten in my life? Even as a kind of supermarket type frozen curry. Well, the fun fact is I keep going back in. I keep breaking my trail of thought and keep going back in for more. I love the sauce. The sauce is rich, creamy, slightly spicy. The sauce is what makes this curry. The rest is just bits of char grilled chicken, bits of pork. It's the sauce that makes this. I'm going to have a little guzzle at the sauce. That's wonderful. I've never had a kind of curry sauce quite like that before, where you're getting curry, you're getting spices, you're getting coconut, you're getting a creaminess, peppers. It's lovely. It's a really nice curry sauce base. So yeah, I suppose what I'm saying is, for £4, or if you bought this in a 3 for £10 deal, £3.33, then I think you've had a bargain here. I think you've had a bargain. Now, I've been slightly critical in the past of the Iceland luxury dishes, but this one is blooming good for the money. And I did buy this as part of a £3.33 deal, 3 for 10. 3 for 10s or £4 each. I did buy that in that deal, so I like that enough to give it I'm going to say 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.